Hello and welcome, you beautiful divine beings of energy. It is I, Ken Chorley, and I'm just here in my element in the woods on the coast of Lake Michigan. Found a really cool fort back here out in the woods. I am just out here in my element, taking a naked hike, which I love to do. I have been hosting nude hikes on Lake Michigan for a couple months now. If you are in the area and interested in how I'm able to do that and the certain spots that you can go where you won't be seen and how to facilitate that, I welcome you to message me and I can connect you with the locations and the times. Today I just wanted to come to you and share a little bit what was on my heart today. And that's being present, being in the moment. Not being focused on what is to come, not being focused on what was in the past or what is in the future, but being really present with every moment, especially as you connect to others, as you connect with yourself, being really there in the moment. A lot of us find ourselves when we have conversations with others that we are often thinking of what we're going to say next and not actually being present with that person that we're connecting with. Not being present with them in those moments because we are too focused on what we are going to say next. And that's really a program of our society. And when it comes to our automated program, which is like the ego, that just wants to have some relation to what the other is saying. And a lot of times, if someone's telling a story or talking about something that's going on in their life, we are often thinking in our mind what we could say next to relate to that, or maybe interject something that is similar. I often call it the one-upping. And we often say, oh yeah, I had that, and then we interrupt them. And we don't allow them to be present with us because we're not being present with them in that moment, in their moment, which is our moment. And when someone is sharing and connecting like that, it's really important that we sit and truly listen. We listen really well to what they're saying and soak that up and try to have non-thought, to be clear and present and open in that space, allowing ourselves to be really there with them authentically in their moment. Because again, those moments are our moments. And if we are always thinking of what we are going to say next, then we lose sight of the moment and we lose that real connection with the other, with the person that we're looking to connect with. And we often think we're having this great conversation, but we're actually not, because we are often distracted by our own thoughts, by what we want to say next, what we're looking to actually connect and say to the person instead of being present with them in those moments. So I would say to you to make sure that you're there present with them and in the moment and connected with them directly. So that way they feel like they're really being heard. You are able to really listen and really be present with them in those moments. And in that way, the authenticity of that person can really shine. Once they've finished what they are saying, you can then in turn start to share what you're saying. And this allows you to connect to what I call is the flow state. Now the flow state is where you allow your heart to resonate to a certain frequency where you connect to your true potential of yourself. And as you connect to your authenticity of who you really are, you begin to share and create these moments, which are authentic origination of yourself. This is the same thing that happens with musicians or athletes. I often relate it to drumming. I host drum circles and do a lot of drumming. And when you drum, you are connected into that energy, which what we call is the no mind. And this is the flow state. And this flow state is basically coming from somewhere else. It's coming from another version of you that is within inside, but we often are unable to tap into that energy because of certain reasons and certain things that are going on in our lives. And we're too caught up in our minds. So allowing ourselves to be present in our hearts and to let the truly listening happen when we're connecting to other people, this allows you to, when you're sharing, when you want to speak what's on your heart, it allows you collectively to connect to that flow state. And that flow state is what is the trueness of you. It connects to that authenticity that is you in those moments. And so just try that out. Try just really being present and open in those moments and allowing yourself to be connected in that way where you are really taking the time to listen and really gazing with your eyes and making eye contact and opening your heart so that the person feels like they are being seen. They are being seen in a way like they have never been seen before. And if you practice this and do this with people that are in your life, people that you are sharing time with, you'll notice that those moments, as you stay present with an open heart, will be more authentic and more connected. So this is just something I wanted to share that was on my heart today. I often speak about this early on with students that come to me for energy training and learning how to activate their energy fields and become tapped into their true potential. If you don't know what I do, I teach people how to activate their consciousness and become superhuman, or become what I call the true potential of the human experience. And once you begin to activate your centers and turn yourself on, then the limitations are endless. There are no limitations, and the possibilities are endless. And the connection to energy, the connection to ourself, the connection to all of the reality and everything becomes super potent. And your life becomes a living, authentic connection with yourself. And your authenticity begins to shine bright and true. Being authentic and being original is really the way to be. It's the way in which we are able to connect to ourselves. And so, practice this. Try it out for yourself. Allow yourself to really listen, to really be present with the people that you are connecting with. And this will open up these energies within inside yourself and cause a more potent, a more rich, And it will change the dynamic between you and other people that you connect with. You'll find that all these moments that seem to have passed you by, and all these things that, really weren't connecting on that level, will start to open up, and you'll start to see the possibilities of your uniqueness. Because it is truly about each person's uniqueness and unlocking your unique state of being. Look, there's a deer down there. Do you see the deer? There's a deer right there. A little fawn. See, so as I'm talking about the uniqueness of oneself, there's deer energy right there. I was talking pretty loudly, and the deer was not afraid.